Hello, everyone. Welcome to another installment of Radio Free Decipher. This is Evan Lorenz, as always, with Kyle Hoyer. How you doing?
I'm very good today. I'm very good.
Good. Joining us today, we have Mike Reynolds, who is returning to us here at Decipher after a bit of an absence. How are you?
It's real swell to be back. I'm doing good.
Yeah? You've been settling in. This is basically your first week back, right?
Exactly my first week back, yeah.
And how long have you been away?
Almost a year. I left last July,
Mm-hmm.
and now I'm just happy to have returned.
Yeah.
Why exactly did you leave, Mike?
To live with my wife in Charlottesville, Virginia.
Okay. There you go.
We had been carrying on a long-distance relationship for a time, and on the weekends I would drive back to Charlottesville, but...
Got to be a little too much for you, huh?
Yeah. However, being away from Decipher got to be a little more.
Oh,
Yeah.
So I came back, right?
Yeah, we've had a lot of employees leave for a while and then come back,
Yeah.
so it's not that unusual, really.
Yeah, just don't know how good we got it.
Yeah. Now, for those who don't maybe know, you are part of the TCG Product Design Studio.
Right. Probably.
Yeah.
Working with Evan. Actually, he sits right behind you.
You do, but we haven't really done anything
Yeah,
much
more like,
together
I'm
yet.
not working with Evan so much as near Evan.
Yeah, in the same group. Now, before you left, you were responsible mostly for working on Star Wars products. Is that correct?
Right, I was one of the Star Wars designers.
What were some of the products that you worked with?
Well, with Decipher, I worked with on Star Wars
Mhm.
for a year and a half. I also worked some on Young Jedi,
Mm-hmm.
a little bit on Tribbles, and
That's right.
and a little bit on Austin Powers, which Evan has
That's
designed. And I worked at Decipher for a year and a half. Before I worked at Decipher, I worked
Mhm.
at Iron Crown Enterprises, which is based in Charlottesville, Virginia.
Okay.
That company made the Middle Earth collectible card game.
And
I
did you have a hand in that?
Yeah, I was one of the co-designers
Yeah.
of that. I worked on the Middle Earth collectible card game for 3 years, 3.5 years,
Wow.
something like that. And that was before I came to Decipher.
Mm-hmm.
So,
What would you say the kinds of maybe differences are in working for the two different companies?
as companies, actually there aren't really a lot of differences. My jobs are very similar.
Your
in both
process
places.
is pretty much the
Yeah,
same.
yeah. You're as a designer, you're trying to figure out what people want in a game.
Uh-huh.
You know, what do people want in Middle Earth? What do people want in the Fellowship of the Ring movie that's going to be coming
Right.
out?
That, of course, being the main thing that you're working on now,
Yeah,
correct?
that's right.
How's it feel to be working with that property again after all this time?
It feels really good.
Excellent.
I haven't actually really thought about it much
Yeah.
in the year that I've been gone from Decipher. And in the first week back, I am exposed to Lord of the Rings again,
Mhm.
reading it again, thinking about it 8 hours a day, every day, and it's like being reunited with a really good friend.
Now, what were some of the products that you were maybe most heavily involved with? Did you have maybe a favorite while you were working here before? Something you poured your heart and soul into?
Well, I was really into the Death Star 2 expansion.
Uh-huh.
I was one of the two designers of the Death Star 2 expansion.
Yeah, even though that came out after you had left,
Right.
all the work had been done pretty
Right.
well in advance.
It was released actually about a couple weeks before I left. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that.
So you got to see the birth of that child, basically.
Yeah, that was pretty nice. There's a lot about that. I kind of left as a legacy on the Star
Mhm.
Wars universe, I think.
Extra challenges in there, I imagine, working with the Endor and Death Star 2 environment.
Yeah, real big challenge was
Yeah.
simulating the final conflict between Luke and the Emperor and his father,
Mm-hmm.
and making that feel like you were in the throne room of the Death
Yeah.
Star 2.
Mm-hmm.
Now, have you seen much of, say, the Tatooine and Coruscant sets and seen what's kind of been done since you passed the mantle?
Yeah, it looks real good in terms of integrating
Mhm.
the Episode 1.
Well, that's true. That's something you never really quite had to consider.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah, and of course the cards look sweet.
Uh-huh.
I think Joe Alreed and Justin Pakes have done
Yeah.
a nice job on that.
You probably can't say too much about this, but any hints as to what we can expect for Lord of the Rings TCG?
Loaded question.
Well, I want to say something about it. Let me think.
Well, you're quite a fan.
You're gonna have orcs,
obviously. So you're gonna have orcs. Did
Yeah.
you say?
There'll be orcs.
They'll probably be hobbits.
Yeah, I think we're going to slip about 4 hobbits in there, if not more.
Great.
Basically, what you can expect is to live the movie. when you go see the movie and you play the game, you're gonna be right there with the movie.
Excellent.
Well, you sound like you got a lot of work going on upstairs, so maybe we'll cut this a little bit short, but thanks for spending some time with us today, Mike.
Welcome back.
Glad to be back. Thanks, guys.
Okay, we turn now to some other tidbits, news, bits and pieces that we'd like to share with you all.
Absolutely. We had some fun 2 nights ago.
Oh, it's awesome. For those of you who didn't attend, shame on you, but there was a big chat session on Star Trek Online, CCG, with actor Vaughn Armstrong, who you've, of course, heard us interview here. And he did an hour chat session with nearly 100 fans.
Actually, we had, at its peak in the room at one time, we had a total of 97.
Right.
But there were more people that
Rotating
came in and
in.
out. So there was, they estimated between 115 to 120 different people that attended the chat.
That's
so
good.
That's really cool. Some really good questions.
Yeah.
And the Star Trek Online is going to have a transcript of the chat posted up there sometime in the near future. So if you missed out on it, don't feel too bad, but you can go check out what Vaughn had to say.
You want
really
to check
good
it out,
stuff in there.
too. He's got quite a good personality that even comes across, I think.
And he had so much fun, and he definitely wanted to make sure and say thanks to all the people that attended. He had a great time, and he thought you all were very nice. So, well done, everyone.
All right. Very cool. Also, that Wednesday night after the chat session, Voyager starter decks went on sale.
That's right.
for the online CCG.
People were like, out of the 10 starter decks I just bought, here's what I got. I think I heard 3 Pandari champions were
Yes,
pulled.
actually, this is great. After you went, okay, first of all, there's several levels of this story. The store sold out.
Mhm.
It restocks periodically, and the first run sold out. So they, print, in quotes. They printed more, and I went and bought some for myself.
Oh, later on that night?
Later on, once they restocked. And my first starter deck also had a Pandari champion.
Oh, right on.
So, luck like I never get opening physical booster packs.
Hey, I got that one guy that can pull the Pandari champion out of your deck,
Oh,
too.
Pank?
So, yeah, Pank. So
you and I
we'll
gotta
trade.
get together.
That's right, we'll trade.
So, but in any case, there were Pandari champions. People were getting to see some images for the first time.
That's right.
Things that have not yet appeared on the website. There are several missions that have not yet been seen by going.
Everybody
to check out
was
Star
really
Trek.
excited, man. I couldn't believe it. It sold out. That first print run sold out like almost instantly.
Yeah,
Like
it was
it was
fun.
like 15 minutes sold.
Pretty much.
I don't know how many.
It was pretty quick.
So it was a lot of fun, and
Yes. And will remain the only way for you to get Voyager starter decks until the physical product release on the 23rd.
that's right. So next time, if we do another one of these chats on the Star Trek Online game, which we're planning to do at some point in the future, be sure and
you
come
won't
because
wanna
it's a
miss it.
lot of fun. A lot of fun. So moving along,
Okay.
Tatooine.
Yeah.
Tatooine is going to be coming up the week after Voyager releases. Starting this Monday, I believe, the complete spoiler list is going to go up on our website.
That's good.
So everybody will have a chance to see those remaining cards that they haven't already seen. And also of Tatooine note, Saturday, tomorrow,
Okay.
in Seattle, there is going to be a Candace Hall Memorial Tournament. Candace Hall was the wife of one of our product champions, Glenn Hall,
Yes.
up in the Portland area. Unfortunately, she passed away recently, so we're going to do a memorial tournament for her, and there's going to be donations going toward a very good charity to help support children of deceased parents.
That's really
And if you'd like to find out more about that, there's an article on our website that went up on, I believe, Tuesday. So check it out. Try and make it if you can, because we're giving away 2 boxes of Tatooine a week and a half before the release, and there's going to be also a box of Reflections 2 given away, and the person who brings in the most money is going to get the box of Reflections, and all money that is donated for the charity will be matched by Decipher.
Excellent.
So it's
really good
time.
cause.
Yeah, absolutely. So please try and make it if you can. The details are up on our website already. So
do check that out.
absolutely.
Okay. There's a little Young Jedi news that we can share.
That's right, Young
that
Jedi
may not yet be
Reflections.
known. Yes, Young Jedi Reflections. We're starting to look at what projection for release might be on that. June, I believe it is. Right?
It is June. That's
Okay.
not too far away. That's next month.
Yes. So
So Young Jedi Reflections, you're going to start seeing all kinds of information about that on Decipher.com, and hopefully we'll start spoiling some cards on there, some of the new ones, and maybe some of the preview cards for Boonta Eve and all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be really, really hyped up here
Yeah.
in the near future for Young Jedi, so that's good.
And speaking of Boonta Eve, that's looking to be projected in August, I
That is.
believe. So there are going to be a couple of Young Jedi product releases coming up before you know it.
That's right. August isn't that far off.
No,
either.
it's
That's
really not.
2 months after Young Jedi Reflections.
We'll be right in the thick of con season at that point.
That's right. That's right. Now, we also have some really cool, exciting news for Jedi Knights.
Mm-hmm.
Many of you might have heard this already, but we haven't really broadcasted in too big of a way.
Mm-hmm.
But we already have street release dates for the next 2 Jedi Knights expansions.
Wow.
And this is far away, and we
Yeah.
absolutely are committed to hitting these street
Okay.
dates. So, Scum and Villainy, which is the next set of Jedi Knights, is scheduled to hit July 11th.
Okay.
Not July 11th.
Okay.
Now we're targeting that date, and by God, we're going to hit it. And then the set after that, which is called Masters of the Force. I love that name.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we had revealed that too many places yet.
Yeah, Masters of the Force.
The third set is Masters of the
And
Force.
that is scheduled for a street date of October 10th.
Okay.
Not just October 10th.
So there you go.
So, and we are absolutely committed to hitting that, and you watch.
Okay.
We're going to do it. So,
Good deal.
good stuff for Jedi Knights coming up. Man, there's some awesome stuff for Jedi Knights.
I know.
coming
I've seen the board.
Yeah.
They put many of the cards on a whiteboard, basically tape them up there, and as they go through iterations, replace them as the art gets rendered.
Mm-hmm.
And you get to watch the cards develop, and there's just good stuff.
Yep. New card types.
Yeah, the game is going to grow in an interesting direction.
Yep. I believe Scum and Villainy will not have starter decks. It's going to be boosters only.
I think that's true.
A 140 card set. There'll be probably a story about this up on the website very soon.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not sure where we're at with Masters of the Force yet, if there'll be starter decks, that kind of stuff. But that's what it's looking like for Jedi Knights. Really cool stuff.
Good. Okay.
One last note
Right
that we probably want to talk about is Francis LaLumiere.
Ah, yes.
Our good buddy Francis LaLumiere.
Our
you guys
favorite guest
That's right.
on Radio
Our
Free.
favorite guest host on Radio Free him and his wife have just this week had a baby.
Yes.
So congratulations goes out to Francis.
Yes. They've got their new daughter. It's just excellent.
Absolutely. So if you want to send him cards or you can send them here to Decipher, or if you want to say congratulations email, you can email that to radiofree@decipher.com,
Yes.
and we'll pass that on to him. So because
And
he's up in Montreal right now.
Yes, he is. So,
Living the high life.
But we do our best to keep in touch with him. So
Absolutely.
there you have it.
Absolutely.
All right. That, I think, concludes our broadcast day. Thanks, everyone, for listening.
Have a great weekend.